Alright, welcome. This is going to be a ranked game. My opponent for this game was BLAZIN CAUCASIAN. I really like his name. I'm not a huge fan of his strategy. So with that, let's get right into the gameplay. Alright, Russia round number 1. So, I'm still doing the West Russia Jam. I did screw up my last ranked game, and I did not move the fighter from USSR into Egypt. So I haven't seen that guy move Germany yet, so we'll see what happens with that. But I am still doing it. I realize that it's not a very favored strategy, but one of the things I really like about it, again, is that you can't lose in the first round. I mean, you can really have a shitty round, but your game is not like completely over. And if you do it right, after like 2 or 3 rounds, you can't even tell sometimes what the opening move was. So this is just to save us from the opening move. Alright, combat was immaculate. No losses in West Russia, which is pretty awesome. So now I'm going to take this fighter and put him in Egypt, the first thing I do, because I didn't do it last time. We are going to throw this fighter into Archangel. That's just to give him the idea that maybe we have options if we decide with UK not to kill this transport here. We can use the Russian fighter here. Although I did screw that up too. So it doesn't always work out that way. But we're going to go for it anyway. So I'm going to take, let's see. I'm going to do my standard. Just move everybody back except for one guy in Buryatia. We are going to guard Szechuan. We are going to move everything into West Russia. Alright, I think that looks good now. I think it looks good. Who knows? After I end this, it'll probably be not good, but we'll try it anyway. And the 8 guys go into Russia. Alright. Alright, that is going to do it for Russia round number 1. And I will see you guys back for United Kingdom round number 1. Alright, United Kingdom round number 1. So Germany attacked West Russia. Germany bought 3 bombers and an artillery. And then he took the Caucasus, which I gave him for free. Took Karelia, which I gave him for free. Oh, he attacked C-Zone 7. Oh, wow. He attacked C-Zone 7 and lost 3 subs. And then he retreated with a cruiser. Wow. That is a horrifying... I wonder, what did he move? 3 subs and a cruiser. No aircraft into C-Zone 7. Wow. Wow. That is an unbelievable result. And then he attacked West Russia, believe it or not. And he lost 12 infantry and an artillery, and he retreated with 2 fighters and the bomber. Let's see here. No, I lost 12 infantry and an artillery, sorry. He lost 4 fighters, 6 infantry and artillery, and 4 tanks. That's not good. And one good thing for me is that I will have enough now to stack this. And he's not going to be able to crack it again. Works out for him that he has his cruiser here, because otherwise I'd hit Germany. But I'm not going to be able to. So I'm going to do a couple of things. Well, some standard, some not so standard. So I'm going to try to flip the Caucasus back, and I'm going to take the east coast or the west coast of Germany. So I bought an aircraft carrier, a fighter, and 2 infantry, because one of my fighters is going to go over to West Russia. So I'm going to take 1 fighter and go over to kill that transport. And then my bomber, this fighter, and this fighter, and this infantry are going to try to kill the Caucasus. And then we're going to send our cruiser and our aircraft carrier over to 61, and just to mess around, I'm going to try to take Borneo. That's kind of just to get Japan moving over here, because the transport's probably going to die anyway. So that's why I'm doing that. I guess I can move the tank or move this guy and blitz it. I don't want to do that. I'm going to move the tank over to Persia and an infantry over to Persia, so I don't want to do that right now. And then I'm going to go here to Sea Zone 8, pick up 1 infantry and take France. And then I'm going to pick up 1 infantry, go to 8 and take Northwestern. And then all this is going into Sea Zone 8. And that's pretty much all I want to do with United Kingdom. This is the big battle right here. I just hope this works. If I have to sack the bomber, I will. I'm hoping not to, though. All right. I don't want to sack the bomber. One second. All right. Hang on a second. Alright, combat was pretty good. We did sack the bomber in the Caucasus because we wanted to flip it. So our fighters are going to land in West Russia. This fighter is going to land in West Russia. This infantry is going to Persia. Our tank is going to Persia. Our destroyer is going to 15, so that way he cannot pick up anybody. And he can't do what I am about to do, which is I'm going to land a United States plane here. And one probably in Trans or Egypt. I could give him Egypt, but I don't really want to. Let's see. Let's move this into Trans. And then we're going to grab these two. We're going to grab one dude from here. Go here, grab this dude, and go to 41. Submarine and our cruiser are going to go to 41 also. Alright, now our cruiser, our destroyer, one plane, and our battleship are all going into Sea Zone 8. This guy's moving up. This guy's moving over there. All All right. We'll move this guy here. Actually, is there? All right. All right, I think that's it. All right, our aircraft carrier, our fighter, 2 infantry into India. All right. All right, that is going to do it for United Kingdom round number 1. And I will see you guys back for USA round number 1. All right, United States round number 1. So Japan had a good turn, got pretty lucky. 2 transports, 2 tanks, and an artillery. I'm guessing that's going to be India 3 play. He killed my transport in Sea Zone 47, which was here, which we figured. Took Borneo back with no losses. Took Anhui with no losses, and didn't even attack heavy. This one was the big one. He had no losses. My cruiser didn't get a hit. My sub didn't get a hit. I killed everything. That's the price. That's the risk you take when moving this stuff out of here. But it is what it is. Kind of sucks, but took Yunnan, lost 1 infantry, and took Berry, lost nobody. And the cruiser losing nobody, that's pretty obvious because he sent a battleship, so that's pretty standard. Did not do Pearl. I think my position in the Atlantic is so strong I have to just go KGF all the way, especially since he has no fucking land units in Germany. So I am going to go KGF. So all I did was I went ahead and bought 2 aircraft carriers, 1 transport, 1 infantry, 1 artillery. And then I am going to sack a transport. Going to 13 and taking Morocco. And I'm going to kill the sub. And actually, this doesn't matter anyway because going here to 41 is the same thing as going to 55. If I go to 55, it takes me 1, 2, 3 turns to get over to 13. If I go to 41, it takes me 1, 2, 3 turns to get over to 13. So going either of those directions, it doesn't really matter in terms of turns. So that's not a big deal. Let's see. Let's see. I think that's all I want to do. I can send the sub too. Why not? Everything's going. Matter of fact, I can send the aircraft carrier. Everything's going. All right. We're going to take Kwangtung with Russia. All right, combat was fine. We're going to send our fighter to Trans. We're going to send 1 other fighter to Gibraltar. We're going to send our bomber to the UK. We're going to send this transport to 10. And these 2 guys up here, we're probably going to sack it and take Norway next turn. This destroyer's going to 13, so he can risk a bomber on it to kill it. Maybe we get a hit back, which would be nice. Our cruiser's going into 11. Our destroyer, our battleship, is going into 19. We are going to grab our AA gun, go to 57, grab this guy, and go down and put it all in Hawaii. And I don't know where his Japanese bomber is. Oh, it's over here. 1, 2. I think I'm safe, unless I did the math wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I don't know. I always do the math on the bombers wrong, so who knows? Who knows? All right. I think that's it. I think that's all we're gonna do. Oh no, we're gonna send this fighter over here to 11. All right. All right, we got a transport, 2 aircraft carriers, an infantry, and an artillery. And then for Russia, we are going to buy 8 infantry. We're going to take Kwangtung. Oh, fuck. I forgot to move my 2 guys. Oh, man. I fucked this turn up. I'm trying to rush. I hate it. I'm trying to rush because I got a lot of stuff to do tonight, and I... Oh, that's so stupid. All right. And just for kicks, we're going to blitz that and go back to West Russia. And take free money. And then we are going to attack this cruiser. And that is it. I think that's it. Yeah. All right. All right, our fighter is going into West Russia. All this stuff is going into West Russia. This guy's going here. These guys are moving back. Yeah. All right. We're going to put 5 guys there and 3 guys there. We are going to transition down into the Caucasus, so I want to make it costly for him. If he wants to use all of his tanks, well, he can't. But if he wants to take the Caucasus, I am going to slide down here and kill him. So, that's what I wanted to do. Anyway, that is going to do it for USA 1 and Russia 2. We can buy almost 10 units for Russia next turn, so we'll buy 9 infantry probably. That is going to be it for USA 1, Russia 2. I'll see you guys back for United Kingdom round number 2. All right, England round number 2. So believe it or not, he hit West Russia with a 2% chance to survive and got a less than 1% chance result and had 2 bombers live and killed everything. Lost everything, killed everything. So I should have moved. I should have killed his cruiser so that I could hit Karelia this turn. I didn't, but I should have. So I'm going to do it this turn. India might fall. Let me see. What's India attack? I do have an AA gun. I'll have 7 infantry. I'll have 2 tanks and a fighter. Well, not a bomber, a fighter. 35%, which he's going to take that battle, guaranteed. He took a 2% battle for Russia, so he's going to take that battle. And I don't have enough fighters now to go down there. But I guarantee you he takes that battle. Wow, that is something. Oh well. This is going to be an interesting game for sure. 6, 8 infantry. I'll have 8 infantry, I think. Still going to be a 20%. He'll take that all day. He's going to take that all day. So anyway, I just bought a fighter, a tank, and an infantry for India. I bought 6 infantry for England and a transport. And I'm going to go ahead and try to just start landing, because he's got nothing left. Just start barraging him up north and south. I'll go med and north. So we're going to go ahead and go in here. And then we're going to go ahead and take one of those and take one of those. We're going to go there and drop everything in Norway. And I guess I can throw my fighters in West Russia and have 8 guys, but dear God, he's going to have, what's my West Russia defense now? Let's see. He can attack with 6 infantry and an artillery and 2 bombers. 6 infantry, 1 artillery, and 2 bombers. And I can get my defense to 9 infantry. 9 infantry. And 2 fighters. 25%. I'm not going to do that. I'll just turtle into Russia. So I'm not going to land my English fighters in Russia. And then this is going to be unbelievable, this battle. It's going to be like a 25% battle. That's all we're going to do, I think. All right, our fighters are going into C-Zone 6. And then our tank is going into India. This guy's going into India. This guy's moving up. This guy's moving over. Or down. Let's move him down. Actually, let's move him over. I don't know if I like that. Let's move him down. I don't like either one of those options, but let's move it down anyway. And actually, let's move this guy to Persia. I'll let the tank roll through. Why not? At least for one turn, until USA goes in here and kills this. This is going to be a short game no matter what. Either I'm going to win or he's going to win within a couple of turns. But I guarantee you he takes the 20% battle on India. Guaranteed. It just depends on what kind of result I get. Man, that is interesting. All right. That's going to do it for... Let's see. All right, our fighter goes to India. Tank goes to India. 1 infantry goes to India. Why is that 7? Well, he's got a 35% chance. 35% chance to win this battle. Oh no, I didn't put my AA gun in there. Okay, allegedly it's 16%. I don't know about that. We're going to throw our transport. Oh yeah, we are, because... And 6 infantry into England. Alright. Alright, that's going to do it for England round 2, and I'll see you guys back for America round number 2. Alright, America round number 2. So Japan bought 2 transports, 4 infantry, 2 artilleries, and then he took a bunch of stuff. Took the Far East, took Yakut, took Sinkiang, took Kwangtung, took Western Australia, and took Szechuan. Killed every infantry, nobody got a hit back, so he lost absolutely no units. An immaculate round of combat. Which, given the small size of the battles, is not that big of a deal, actually. Did not take the 25% chance on India, which I thought he would, given the fact that he took a 2% chance on West Russia. But I'm going to go... I'm going to use England to smash Karelia and or France, and I'm going to go all Medshuck for USA. So I went ahead and just bought a tank, 2 infantry, an artillery, 2 transports, and a fighter. And the reason for the tank is his 2 transports here, they could be ready to go down here and stack Burma. That might be the play. It probably is the play. But in case he decides to jump up and try to take Alaska, I wanted to have just a small defense for Alaska. And then it just comes down to me capturing him before he captures any of my stuff. So, and we should be able to buy 3 fighters with England. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use this guy here to blitz that and go back. We're going to take one guy, go to Sea Zone 15 and take Italy. And then we're going to hit his battleship and his transport in Sea Zone 16. Thought about going up here and taking Finland, but he's just going to trade it back, and I don't want to kill the transport because he's got 2 bombers here. So I'm just going to conserve my money right now. Even though he's playing balls to the wall, I want to see if I can slow him down a little bit. Japan is pretty good for round 1, for certain, because Russia has nothing left. But I'm going to try to remedy that as well. I do have some money. I do have 29 bucks. So I should be able to buy some stuff. I might even buy a fighter with Russia. And 1 artillery and 5 guys, I think is what I'm going to do. Otherwise, I could buy 9 infantry. I guess I could do 9 infantry. That's probably better. No fighters? I don't know. Anyway, I think that's all we're going to do. So let's run that and see how it goes. All right, bad luck in the combat. We did lose a fighter and the bomber, But at least we killed his battleship, so that is done. We're going to move our destroyer forward. We're going to move, let's see, this transport going to 13, dropping guys there. This transport is going to 13, dropping guys there. 2 aircraft carriers is going there. This fighter is going there. These 2 fighters are going there. Our destroyer, our other aircraft carrier, our battleship. I guess it'll go there. And our destroyer will go there. And then we're going to grab these 2 guys and put them on Hawaii. Our submarine is going to go up to Hawaii. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Fighters going into western United States. It can still make it over to 13. Transports in C-Zone 11. Tank over to western. Artillery and 2 infantry into eastern United States. And then we are going to buy 1 artillery, or 2 artillery and 7 infantry. And then for the combat, we're going to take Ukraine. Man, I want so bad to take this back. But I'm not gonna. That's all we're gonna do. I think. Yeah. We're gonna turtle big time with Russia. Alright. Alright, for the non-com, we're going to move this back into Russia. These guys are going into Vologda. We're going to leave our guys in the Caucasus. What's he got there? 6 infantry and an artillery? Yeah. But he's going to have 5 tanks here in a minute. But what can I hit him with? 6 plus a tank. And an artillery. Yeah, we'll see. Alright. I think that's it. And we're going to put 1 artillery in each, and then we're going to put, let's see here, let's do 3 and 4. Alright. Alright, that's pretty much all we can do. That's going to do it for USA round 2, Russia round 3. And I'll see you guys back for United Kingdom round number 3. Alright, United Kingdom round number 3. So, Germany, 10 infantry and 2 artilleries, took Archangel, took West Russia, took Algeria, and took Egypt. And then, let's see here. He took Italy back. No losses. Northwestern, no losses. And, oh, no. He could not take Northwestern. But he did kill both my destroyers and my transport with his 2 bombers with no losses, which is pretty silly. Not even 1 hit back, but oh well, that happened. So I bought a plane and 8 infantry. Plane and 2 infantry are going into India, and then the other 6 are going into United Kingdom. And we're going to go ahead and hammer as many. We're going to make him pay as much as possible because he's got no land units here. So we are going to take France. And then we are going to take... let's see here. Let's see here. Let me grab this one guy. And then 5 of those guys go into C-Zone 5. Drop them into Karelia. Take the fighters into Karelia. Take the battleship into Karelia. And the cruiser into Karelia. All of those. And then we're going to take 2 infantry. And this plane and try to take Burma. I think that's it. Yeah, everything's got to go into C-Zone 5 after this. All right. Alright, combat was fine. The problem with going balls out for Germany is that you're so thin. If you don't win these battles, that you're just going to get destroyed. So our destroyers are going into C-Zone 5. Our aircraft carriers going into C-Zone 5 and our fighters. The C-Zone 5 is safe. This is going into India. Let's see. And this fighter's going back to India. Yeah. Alright, our fighter and 2 infantry are going into India. And then 6 infantry are going into UK. Africa's going to be a problem. He's probably going to crack it. But I'm probably going to take Italy with America. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll just drop a bunch of units in Libya. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to see. But Karelia is back with United Kingdom. I mean with Russia. And he can't hit it. He can do 1 tank. That ain't going to work. 2 bombers. That ain't going to work. So if I clean up West Russia and Archangel, then I might even be able to hit Ukraine. And then we're all good. So that's going to do it for United Kingdom round number 3. And I'll see you guys back for America round number 3. Alright, USA round number 3. So Japan bought a destroyer, an aircraft, a destroyer, an artillery, and an infantry, and 4 infantry, and an industrial complex for East Indies. So he's going to go heavy towards Africa and India. I did some calculations. I can probably get India down to up to about a 92% chance to hold, but I got to use this American fighter. And then he took Australia, took New Zealand, killed my transport in 53, which is in Hawaii, and then he took a bunch of undefended territory from Russia. He didn't lose anything in Burma, which kind of sucked. It would have been nice to at least get one hit from that, but I did not. So we have a couple things to do. So we just bought 3 fighters, a transport, an artillery, and an infantry. We're just going to press hard we're going to do as many landings as we can in Europe early because he's so thin. And I really want to hit this, but I don't have any fighters with Russia, so I can't. First thing we're going to do is use our sub to try to kill this aircraft carrier. That'd be nice if we get him, because then his plane can't attack Hawaii. And then we're going to hit Italy. So we're going to grab the tank and an artillery and 2 infantry and go in here and drop them in Italy. And we're going to use our 3 fighters. Hopefully they live. Let's see. That's really all I want to do as far as attacking goes. Yep, that's all I want to do. All right. Let's run it. I don't know why that's unlikely. Well, because I'm not going to kill the fighter no matter what. All right, let's do it. All right, combat was mixed. We killed the aircraft carrier, which was nice, and didn't lose anything. But we did lose a plane in the air stuff here. So, let's see, these fighters here. Ooh, they could go to France. Nope. All right, we're gonna send the aircraft carriers and the fighters there. And then I did something with my defense profile. I set up my aircraft carriers to die before my fighters. So when he launches his bombers at my fleet here, the fighters are going to stay alive, hopefully long enough to kill the bombers. And if that happens, then the transports will live. That's my hope. This fighter is going into India. The aircraft carrier is going there. This fighter is going on the aircraft carrier. The destroyer, the cruiser, the other destroyer, the battleship is all going to Sea Zone 13. We are going to grab our artillery and our 3 infantry and go down to Morocco. Right? I think so. And that is it for that. All right, our transport. We're going to put 2 fighters in eastern United States, 1 in western, and then the land units go in eastern United States so that they can be shipped over to Africa. All right, we're going to buy 2 artillery and 5 infantry. Now, generally, I don't like heavy trading with Russia because Russia has nothing to trade. But I do have a kind of a foothold here with United Kingdom, and I'm going to get more land units. So we're going to push back a little bit on Novo here. We're going to take 2 infantry and an artillery, and then we're going to take 2 infantry and an artillery, And then we're going to take 4 infantry. And we're just going to keep trading. We're going to trade until Germany's done. Germany's got to buy a lot more guys. And in fact, I should just wait and see where these German guys go. And if they try to go to Baltic, I should just hammer Baltic. So we'll see if I can do that. And then I've got to get... next turn I'm going to get fighters probably into Russia. But for right now, we're going to try to keep India. And hopefully roll through here and try to kick him out of Africa. All right. Okay, combat was really good. Combat was really good. We did lose one guy in Kazakh, but we did not lose anybody in West Russia, and we didn't lose anybody in Novo. So if he wants to trade, what has he got? 3 infantry, a tank, and 2 bombers. I could put 7 infantry there. I mean, 4 infantry to have 7. That might be the play. Obviously, if he uses his bombers there... Oh, let me think. He's probably not going to be able to do a can opener. Because he's got 2 bombers. I mean, I guess they could work on that one there. But it's a big risk. Man, I just don't know if I should put like 3 more guys there. Or 2. I have 5 guys against 3, a tank, and 2 bombers? Alright, we're not going to move anything else. Alright, we are going to mobilize... Alright, let's put the artilleries into Russia. Let's put 3 guys there and a guy there, and 2 guys there. So we'll have... We're going to have 6 infantry there, 4 there, 8 and 2 artillery there. Alright, I think that's fine. And we got enough to buy 7 more infantry next turn, which is great. So, that's fine. And then if he takes this, we can send the United Kingdom tanks there and take it back. So, I do anticipate Japan's going to take both of the... Well, I don't know if he can take both of them. I guess he probably can. Yeah, he can probably take both of these. I got to get some more fighters or something into Russia. Anyway, that's going to do it for USA 3 and Russia 4. And I'll see you guys back for United Kingdom round number 4. All right, United Kingdom round 4. So Germany Bought 7 infantry and 2 fighters, and then he traded everything back. Took Northwestern, took France, no units lost in battle. He took Italy, but he lost 2 infantry taking Italy. And then he crashed through, he lost an infantry, but he took Sudan, which is going to open up Africa for him. And then he attacked Vologda, but he failed. That's interesting. What did he do? Just 1 versus 1? Yeah, a 1 against a 2. That's an interesting battle. Maybe he just wanted to kill this. As you know, so I did run the numbers on this, though. He's got a good chance at India, but I'm gonna get it down to about a 92% chance to hold it, if all goes well. So I went ahead and bought 2 fighters, 2 artillery and an infantry, and a destroyer. And the reason I need the destroyer is because he has 3 bombardments, and that actually made his odds from 20% to take India down to 6. So that's why I did it. So it was worth it to me to go from 20% chance for him to capture it down to 6%. Now, given the fact that he's already attacked the Eastern Front here a bunch of times, I wouldn't put it past him to try to hit this anyway with a 6% result. But it is what it is. So we are going to hit this with 2 infantry, 1 artillery, and the 2 fighters. And then up here, we're going to take 1 infantry and go there. And then we're going to go here. 1 transport, grab 2 guys, go back to Sea Zone 5, drop them in Northwestern, use the battleship to bombard, and use the fighters to hit that. And then we're going to take another transport, grab 2 infantry, and put them in Baltic. And that's it. And that's it as far as the combat. Right? Yeah. That is it as far as the combat goes. This battle is insanely important because I really need to get rid of these troops to keep his chance to take India under 10%. USA's in a good spot. I'm going to take Italy back, kill Africa, at least the top of Africa, and be set up to hit Italy again the next turn and get a nice flow of troops into Southern Europe here. So let's get this done here. All right. Combat was good. We took this and we left a couple of troops in there, so he's going to have to hit this. So instead of hitting India, he'll probably just clean up this, especially when he does the math. If he's doing it. He may not even be doing the math, to be honest. All right, we're going to run our tank down here to Ukraine, or to the Caucasus. This stuff is going into West Russia. Our fighters are going back to Sea Zone 5. And then we're going to grab 1 transport, take 2 guys, go back to Sea Zone 5, and drop them into Karelia. And at the end of this turn, he should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 territories to trade back. Japan is another story. Obviously, Japan, he's doing pretty good with Japan. Yeah, he's doing pretty good with Japan. I don't know how much longer I can hold India. And the fact that we had to put some stuff here to defend it takes away from... We're only going to have 4 land units from England next turn, which kind of sucks. So... But we'll see what we can do. And we're going to lose a lot more money next turn. In fact, we're going to lose 1, 2, 6, 5 or 6. We're going to lose 5 more income at a minimum. Maybe 4 if he goes all the way over there and that one, but I can't see him doing that shit. All right. I think that's it, right? All right, our fighters and our destroyer are going to India, and then everything else is going to UK. 33 is a pretty good amount of money. Let's see. I've got 1, 5, 2, and 5 fighters. He can do 2, 5, 3. 3 fighters and a bomber, but he can't bombard. What's he got up here? Yeah. And I don't know how much longer I can hold India. I will be able to send this tank down there next turn. More than likely. He's probably going to trade all this stuff. So Russia's going to have to trade it back. And Russia's money is 21, so we're going to buy 7 guys. And at the end of this turn, hopefully, even if we lose those 3, we'll gain 4, so we'll have 22. Unless we trade some of these back. So that's going to do it for United Kingdom round number 4. And I'll see you guys back for USA round 4. All right, United States round number 4. So Japan moved to threaten America. Sorry, he bought a transport, an aircraft carrier, a fighter, 2 infantry, and 2 artilleries. And the 2 infantry and 2 artilleries went into East Indies, and everything else went into Sea Zone 60. So he's got an Alaska play going, and he's got West Coast threatened and a Hawaii threatened. But I'm going to stifle the Hawaii and the West Coast right away. So the only place he's going to be able to go is Alaska. It does, though, however, because he did this, it makes me delay my France stack for a turn. I was going to buy a couple more transports and be ready to stack France in round 6. And now I'm going to probably have to delay that to round 7, depending on what happens now. But I've done a little bit of the math around India and some of my other areas here. And I should be okay, except I'm going to lose Africa. Where's my pen? I'm going to lose Africa to Germany real soon. But my response to this has been, I bought 7 infantry, an artillery, a tank, and a fighter. And I'm going to put up a defense for Western United States. And I'm going to send a couple more units down to Morocco to set up yet again another trading of Italy or maybe even France. But we're going to set it up. So let's see here. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is take Algeria. So let's take Algeria. And then we're going to take Italy. So I'm going to go here with 1. I'm going to grab 1 artillery and 1 infantry. I'm going to go back to 15. I'm going to hit Italy. I'm going to take my battleship to 15. I'm going to hit Italy. And I'm going to use 2 planes on Italy. Right? All right. Then I'm going to go back to 14 with this guy, grab this artillery, this infantry, go back to 15, drop those guys in Libya, and then use this fighter on Libya. And then the cruiser's going in to bombard Libya as well. All right. Okay. I think that's going to be all the combat for USA. Right? So let me just run this real quick. See, Algeria, Italy, and Libya. Okay. All right, let's run it. Alright, combat was great. We did not lose anybody. And we took everything we wanted. So, for the non-com, our fighters are going back to 15. Alrighty. We're going to grab this stuff here. Go to 13, drop it in Morocco. Our fighters are going to 13 to land on the carrier. These transports are going up to Sea Zone 11. All right, and then we're going to pull back our infantry over to Canada, and our plane here is going to Hawaii. Let's see if he's got nothing down there. Okay. All right. All righty. Our fighter is going into the western United States with our tank and 4 infantry. And then we're going to put 3 infantry and an artillery into eastern United States. Alrighty. We're just going to buy 7 infantry with Russia. Oh yeah, okay. That's for later. Alright, with Russia, we are going to take Bello and Ukraine. And then we are going 2 infantry and an artillery into Kaz. 2 infantry and an artillery into Novo, and then 6 infantry into Vologda. Right? Take Bello, take Ukraine, 2 infantry, 1 artillery to Kaz, 2 infantry, 1 artillery to Novo, 6 infantry into Volo. Alright. Let's run this. Alright, combat was pretty good, except we did lose 2 guys in Volo, which I'm not a huge fan of. But we did. We're going to send these 2 guys back to Russia. Now, the good thing about having air in United Kingdom air, you should always keep United Kingdom air in range of Moscow, because the can opener is always a real threat. So if he uses his bombers, 5, he could do that and drop them there and have a can opener to hit 1 tank and 3 planes. That's not going to be enough, I don't think. But just always remember that the possibility is there for a can opener. And then 7 guys go into, hold on. Yeah, 7 guys go into Russia. And we have enough to buy 8 guys, or 6 guys and a couple artilleries next turn. Probably mix in a few artilleries. Next turn, Russia is up to 26 money. And our attack power, we're actually have a decent lead, 30-point lead right now. Because he doesn't have a lot of land troops in Germany, and he's going to have to trade 5 territories. And we've got enough stuff in range of Italy, Southern Europe, what is that, Bulgaria. We've got enough stuff in range here where we can now trade. And we'll have to chase Germany into Egypt. For sure, we'll have to chase Germany into Egypt. But, I mean, into Africa. But we should be able to keep trading. And keep the pressure on them. I would like to get a nice stack in one of these territories. I was hoping it would be France in round 6. Or round 7, I'm sorry. But it looks like it might be round... Oh no. I wanted to do it in round 6. Yeah. But it looks like it's going to have to be around 7 maybe. So anyway, that is a rather long turn for USA 4 and Russia 5. And I will see you guys back for United Kingdom round number 5. Alright, United Kingdom round number 5. So, Germany bought 6 infantry, 2 artilleries, 2 tanks. And then he obviously, we thought he was going to take Africa, so he swept down through Africa. And then, okay, so Northwestern he took back. He lost 1 infantry taking Northwestern. He lost nobody taking back Italy. Baltic, he lost 2 infantry and did not take it. And Ukraine, he won. Destroyed the infantry, lost an infantry. And then Bello, he lost. Lost 2 infantry to 1 infantry lived. So we're going to continue to nitpick as much as possible, drop as many units as possible into Europe and squeeze him, because all the times he trades, he spreads so thin until we can get a good stack in France and hammer Germany, a good 1-2 on Germany. But we also have to deal with a little bit of Japan. We did have to alter our plan to start landings in, try to stack France, because I had to defend. I think he's going to do Alaska, if I had to guess. But I had to defend because he's got stuff in range of Hawaii and Western United States. So I had to defend that. I think I'm going to leave these 2 guys here in Alaska, just hoping that if he does go to Alaska with 6 units, which I'm actually kind of hoping he does, because if I can get 1 or 2 hit backs and he'll have 5 left, I have a good counterpunch here. Well, a decent one, not a great one, but enough, I think, to whittle it down to where he can't take Hawaii. But we'll have to see about that. Maybe not. depending on what he loses here. And then, but if he does that, that means his fleet is going away from India. Gives me more time to shore up India and try to squeeze Germany out. So, obviously I'm not doing the France stack this turn, so I'm going to continue my Europe incursion here with the United Kingdom. Went ahead and bought another fighter, 5 infantry, 2 artilleries. And the reason for that is because we're going to send one of the fighters out of India into Europe. And I ran the numbers and the math on this. And if I did it correctly, which I don't know if I did. Actually, you know what? I know I did it wrong. Let me do this. Let me go down to 3 and up to 3. Okay, 6%. I can have a 6% chance to keep India. I'm sorry. 92% chance to defend India if he decides to grab this artillery instead of these 2 guys. So if he goes with 3 artillery, 3 infantry, and then I did 4 fighters, because in theory he could send these fighters here to land on the carrier in 35, and then send these fighters over to Yunnan or something. So he could max out with 4 fighters. He could max out with 5 if I don't take Burma. So I am going to take Burma. And then we're going to and I'm going to send the tank down here to guard India, and we're just going to nitpick the hell out of Europe here. Get him to try to trade more and deplete his land units. So, first thing we're going to do is take Burma. So we're going to do 2 infantry and 3 fighters to Burma. And then we're going to take Ukraine. Well, I should say we're going to hit Ukraine. Hopefully we take it, but we're going to hit Ukraine. And then we're going to do this. So I'm going to take 1 transport over here. I'm going to grab an artillery. Go back to Sea Zone 5. I'm going to grab 1 infantry. Where is he? And drop them here. Okay, so those 2 units are going there. Then I'm going to take 1 more transport. Wait a minute, where's my other transport? One more transport. And I'm going to grab an infantry. Go back to Sea Zone 5, drop it in northwestern Europe. We're going to use the battleship. We're going to use the cruiser. We're going to use our 2 fighters. Right? Okay. All right. I think that is it for all the attacks we want to do. So let's hope these all pan out. So let's try them. Oh, that's strong, that's strong, that's strong. Okay. So let me make sure I didn't accidentally screw up and leave a transport, you know, landing in Sea Zone 6, which sucks when you misclick. All right, looks like I'm okay. All right. Combat was okay. We lost units in both northwest, all of them. We lost the units in all 3 attacks. But we did accomplish what we needed to do. So we're going to send our 3 fighters back to India. We're going to send our tank over to India. We're going to send this fighter over to the Caucasus. And then these fighters are going to C Zone 5. And then we're going to take our last transport here, go here, grab our infantry and our artillery, go to C Zone 5 and drop them in Karelia. And then we're going to send one infantry down here to Baltic and one over here to Archangel. All right. So now if we look at it, we're going to have 2 units there, 2 units there, 1 in both of these, 2 units there, and then we're going to probably take France with America. And we'll have anywhere from 4 to 1 unit there. And then he'll have to keep trading. Which is the goal, right? Until we can get a nice fat stack in one of these places so we can hammer him with a 1-2. And get it to where he just can't take the stuff back. So right now he's only got 2 infantry, a tank. I mean, and he can hit 2 infantry and 3 tanks can go forward of Germany, really. Or forward of Poland, I should say. Everything else, not a lot of units. So, and Germany's money is 32. That's not good. Still a lot. And UK is down to 30, which is not good either. But it'll be up to 32 by the end of this turn, and we'll lose another one, so 31 probably. We'll lose Burma again, so 30 again. And I'm sure he'll take Ukraine before, and he'll probably take all 3 of these again, which would not be good for me because then I'll have no money left. But until we do, what do we have now? We have 30, so we're gonna have 30 IPC to spend next turn. And I think next turn is probably when we prepare for the France stack. So anyway, let me finish the movement here. Alright, our fighter and 2 infantry go into India. Yeah, I wonder if I should do 1 and 1. No, I'll do the artillery up here. And then 2 artillery and 3 infantry will go to England. I thought about throwing another destroyer here. That's why I have that note there. That's why I have the note there. But realistically, because this guy died, what's he going to do? Take an infantry and an artillery and go over here to Persia? I'll just kill it. Is he going to go to Trans? I'll just kill it. So, and then he's going to have to move his navy even farther away from India, and he won't be able to reinforce. So I don't think he's going to do that, at least not this turn. Probably next turn after he stacks Burma, because this guy's going to go down and stack Burma probably. This guy can also go back over here and stack Burma instead of going forward. I got to keep that in mind too. He might do that as well. And then the Burma stack might be enough to take India, but I don't know, because I'm going to at least add another fighter here. Could probably add another one, so it's probably 7 fighters and maybe 2 more infantry. It might be enough to keep them out. I don't know. I'll have to see. But anyway, we're going to take probably France, I think, with America next turn. And then get ready for round 7. No, round 6, right? Round 6. No, round 7 France stack, because everything will be here. At the end of round 5 they'll be here. And then round 6, yeah, so 7, round 7 France stack. Anyway, that's going to do it for UK number 3. I'm sorry, UK 5. And I'll see you guys back for America round number 5. All right, United States round number 5. So Japan bought 2 infantry, 3 artilleries, and 2 transports. I think he's just going to try to go after Alaska. He actually took Alaska, bought an industrial complex for Manchuria. And then he did something weird. He jumped over here and took Persia. I'm really kind of shocked. Because I'm just going to wipe those guys. And then this fleet is useless. Because he can't get through the Med, into the Med. He'll have no troops to pick up. And I can probably kill Burma, kill Burma too. And then roll my tanks. So, I don't know why he did that. I don't know why he did that. I don't think it's a good idea. Although he is setting up for an attack on Russia, but I can get Russia's defense up to like 99. Let's see. He took Burma, didn't lose anybody. And then he went along, stacked Kaz. Alright. And took Novo. So I gotta, obviously, Hawaii's under threat. West Coast United States are under threat. Hawaii's defense is only going to be about... It's like going to be 80% to defend. Western United States is going to be 97% to defend. But it's going to slow me down a little bit from stacking France. But that's okay. I mean, it is what it is. So what I did with America, and I'm going to move, I'm going to try to do like a supply chain. So I'm going to move these 4 infantry up to Canada. So I'll have 5 here. I'm also going to have 5 here. So I bought 5 more infantry, another tank, a sub, a transport, and a fighter. I'm going to move the infantry here. So I'll have 5 infantry here, 5 infantry here, 2 tanks, or I'll have 3 tanks and a fighter. This fighter is going to go to Hawaii to defend. And that way I can still move 5 infantry and 3 tanks. I bought another transport for 11, so I'll have an 8 piece landing party for round number 7. Not round 6, round 7. Depending on what he does with Alaska. Okay, and then we're going to take... So I'm going to take Egypt. And then we are going to take France. So we are going to grab this guy. Go with 1. Grab this guy. Drop him in France. We are going to go here with the other transport. Pick up these guys. Drop them in France. We're going to go with our battleship. Bombard France. Our cruiser. Bombard France. 3 fighters attacking France. And these 2 fighters attacking France. Right? Yeah. Yeah. I thought about strafing this to try to get it down to a manageable number, but the fact that he had no losses, like if he had lost like 1, or if I had even got 1 hit back, the chances of me crippling it would have been a lot better. But since I got no hitbacks, the odds weren't that great. I did buy a submarine. I'm going to throw in 56. It'll be safe. Let me look at my defense profile real quick. Yeah, I have submerge all subs. All right. Alrighty. I think that's all we want to do. All right, let's do this. All right. So for the non-com, our aircraft carriers are going there. And then we're going to send 3 of the fighters there, 2 of the fighters back there. And then we're going to grab our artillery and our infantry and go to 13 and go into Morocco. We're going to send one fighter over to Hawaii. These 4 infantry are going up to Canada. And I think that's our turn. Yep, I think that's our turn. I really want to hit Kaz. I really don't want to trade that much. But I kind of want to. I wish I had a Russian fighter. I need to run the odds. Okay, alright. I guess if those guys take Morocco, then this transport here can go and pick up the guys in Morocco and drop them somewhere. Maybe. Alright. Alright, so we are going to throw the fighter, tank, 5 infantry, and a submarine on the west coast. We're going to throw a transport on the east coast. Right, 5, 3, and 1. Which is only 2% for him to take it. Alright. And we're up to 46 bucks. And then we're going to buy 2 artilleries and 6 infantry for Russia. And then, God, I want to trade this so bad. I don't want him to stack Kaz. I really don't want him to stack Kaz. Alright, give me 1 second. I'm going to run the numbers here. Alright, even though I don't really want to do it, we're going to do it. I'm going to send 3 infantry there into Kaz to try to take it. And that's just because I don't want him to have a stack there. I know he doesn't have a lot of German air, but I just don't want him to stack this. So I'm not going to let him, if I can help it. I mean, this is kind of a risk because Russia's pretty thin. But I do have reinforcements coming from UK, and then I'm going to take this with 1 guy. Alright, let's do this. Alright, combat was great. Combat was really good. So I'm going to leave that guy there. I mean, these 3 guys there. Actually, I'll move 1 back. I'll move 1 back. Because now he's looking at Russian attack. 2 infantry, a tank, 5 fighters, and a bomber. And I'll have... I'll have 18 infantry and an artillery there. Okay, that's gonna work. That's gonna work. All right. And Germany is gonna have to trade a bunch of stuff here with not a lot of troops. So that will work. Alrighty. We are gonna put everything in Russia. Actually, I should put one there. But no, we'll put everything in Russia. Now we'll put yeah, let's see how far can we go down. Let's go down to 15. 1.3%. Okay. All right, so let's do this. We're gonna go down to 15, so we're gonna put 3 guys in there because we're counting on the UK troops, and then we'll put 3 guys in there and 1 artillery there and 1 artillery there. 15 and 1 and 15 and 1. I'm sorry, 15 and 1 and 4 and 1. And next turn, we can grab these guys and throw them into the Caucasus, which is nice. As we set up to hit France again. All right. That's going to be what? 14, 16. Oh. Yeah, no. It'll be 15. All right. And we got enough to buy 8 guys next turn. All right, that's going to do it for USA 5, Russia 6, and I'll see you guys back for United Kingdom round number 6. All right, United Kingdom round number 6. So this is interesting. So with his Japan setup here, in next turn, in round 7, he can hit India with 5 infantry, 5 artilleries, 5 planes, a bomber. He'll probably buy another bomber next turn, and he's going to stack Burma with whatever. He could potentially stack Burma and hit it with a nice, good odds in round 7 to take India. I got to try to prevent that or abandon India. I'm not ready to abandon India yet, but I am going to kill these troops and these troops, and I am going to take a bunch of stuff from Germany. And then I'll have options with USA. So for England, we just bought 3 artillery, 6 infantry, 2 infantry and an artillery are going into India. And then the rest of the stuff's going into England to set up for probably a France stack in round 7. More than likely a round 7 France stack, depending on what he does. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take Poland, and then we're going to send these guys down into Bello with 1 fighter, and then we're going to grab a transport, go over here with 2 of them. We're going to grab the 2 artilleries and 2 of the infantry, go back to Sea Zone 5, drop them in Northwestern. We're going to hit Northwestern with the battleship, cruiser, and the remaining fighter. Then down here we're going to take 2 infantry and 3 fighters and hit Persia, and then we're going to hit Burma with 2 infantry, 2 fighters, and 1 tank. Right, I think that's it. So Poland, Northwestern, Bello, 2 infantry, 3 planes to Persia, 2 infantry, 1 tank, 2 planes to Burma. I think that's it, yeah. Alright. And then with USA, we can go down here and take Bulgaria and Ukraine. Or we can go into Italy and take Italy and Southern Europe and have Russia take Ukraine. But I might have Russia move guys down here into Persia because we're probably going to need them. So I might have to actually send these guys to Egypt and not the Caucasus to prevent this. And then send this fleet here, since this is going to France, or to 10, maybe in here to the Med. I don't know. I have to figure that out, because this is going to be interesting here. But like I said, he can set up a pretty good India attack for round 7. But maybe I can push out with Russia. I don't know. All right, let's run all this stuff and see what happens. Olin, Bello, Northwestern, Persia. Okay. Alright, combat was good. We only lost a guy in Burma and a guy in Northwestern. Everywhere else we did not lose anybody. So that's nice. Let's see. We're going to move. Okay, so now we're going to go over here and grab this guy and put him in, and go over to 5 and put him in Baltic. Our planes are going back to Sea Zone 5. These guys are moving down into Russia. Our fighters are going back to India. We're going to send 1 plane up to Russia. So we got an infantry in Baltic, 2 infantry in Russia, and a plane into Russia. Man, the more I think about it, the more I want to go in here into 16 with USA and take both of these. And then I can take Russia, depending on where he goes. If he takes Caucasus, I can heavy stack Cause. Yeah, I can go down. I can go heavy into Cause maybe and clean this up here. Then it'll give me a hell, I might even be able to just push across China. I don't know though. It depends on what Japan does. If he decides to use his planes to kill these guys or to kill these guys, he's probably going to stack. I would think that he's going to move his fleet back here and stack Burma with his fleet in 36 with 5 transports here. Or, I'm sorry, 5 transports in 36 and then 5 infantry, 5 artillery here. I think that might be it. If he's thinking ahead. If he's thinking ahead, that's what he'll probably do, I would think. Or he's just going to use these 2 guys to take Madagascar, which may be why he sent it over here. And maybe he'll still try to stack that, but I should have enough here to maybe punish him for that. 1, 2, yeah. I can only use 4 fighters in the attack if I send this fighter back to Russia. But I kind of like having the fighter here because it's in range of Bello. And these guys will be protected. So I can hit if he goes into Poland, I can 1, 2, 3. I can't really do that. I can, but then yeah, I can't. I don't know. Maybe I don't need the plane in Russia. Let me go back to my Russia defense. So he's got 2, 3 fighters, a bomber, and a tank. Oh, he can use these fighters too. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so he can do 5 fighters, a bomber, and a tank. Against 15 infantry and 1 artillery. Without the plane? Yeah, you know what? Let's send the plane. We'll send 2 of them back to India. And we'll send 1 back to the Caucasus. That'll give us range of Europe. Range of Germany even if we want to try a 1-2. We may have to do after we do the France stack, we might have to do a 1-2. Even though we won't have enough Americans to do it. Probably, but he's pretty thin. I mean, he's only got what, 13 infantry, 14 infantry in the whole of Europe. And Russia has 19. Anytime Russia has more infantry than Germany, it's not a good sign for Germany. Let me look. I think that's all I want to do. Alright, we're going to put an artillery and 2 infantry in India. And then everything else goes into United Kingdom. Alright, we got up to 34 bucks. If he doesn't attack these, they can go back to India. These will be stacked here. So I can probably have an 8 defense with a couple of planes. I can use this plane and these 2 guys to trade some of this stuff. If he manages to take Novo or Vologda or not really Kaz. Well, I guess I can because I can hit Kaz with 4 infantry and a bunch of fighters and clean this out if he tries to stack it. Let's take a quick look at the war report. Okay, I got a 47-point lead in attack power. Economically, though, he's making 73 bucks. I'm making 73 with just the United Kingdom and United States. I'm making 95 bucks. And Russia's going to have 8 more infantry probably. So it might be time for me to bum rush out of there. Maybe even towards Germany. I don't know. Probably better to go towards Japan. But if I can go squeeze Germany a little bit, I may just go heavy into Ukraine. Well, it depends on what Japan does. So anyway, that's going to do it for UK round 6, and I'll see you guys back for United States round number 6. All right, America round number 6. So Japan moved forward into Canada. So he bought 6 infantry, 3 artilleries, and 3 tanks. 3 tanks went into Manchuria. The infantry, let's see. 2 artillery, 2 infantry went into East Indies, and then 1 artillery and 4 infantry went into Japan. Which tells me he's going to go back to Alaska again. Because he's not going to take these 3 transports and go down here, I wouldn't think. But maybe he will. Maybe he's going to try to stack Burma. I don't know. Maybe he is. We're going to threaten him, though, with Russia. And push forward. Because now Russia's pretty much safe. And I can start branching out and just taking all this shit back. And he's going to have to start landing land units somewhere in here. Right now, Japan has way too much money. They're a monster. They're making 49 bucks. I need to take away a lot of that money. And I can't yet, but I'm going to take some of it away. For sure. and just keep buying infantry with Russia. So what I did with America is I bought a transport, 4 infantry, 4 artillery, and a fighter. We are going to take part of Africa back, and we're going to pressure them, drop more stuff in Europe. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take Canada back. And then we're going to take 1 artillery, 1 infantry, go to Sea Zone 16, take Ukraine, take our cruiser, take our battleship, take our fighters over there, and then we're going to take 1 infantry, go to 16 and take Bulgaria, and then we're going to take 1 infantry, go down to 24, and take Belgian Congo. Alright, that's all I want to do with America. So let's get it done. Let me run real quick 2 bombers. 2 fighters, 2 bombers against 2 fighters, a destroyer, an aircraft carrier. Oops, I need an aircraft carrier. 53? 50-50 battle. Wow, okay. The ACs, okay. You know what we can do? We can move this whole fleet down here to 24. Because we don't care. We're not going to be in range of anything, so that's okay. So we can move that whole fleet down to 24 for this turn. And then this won't be under any threat. So let's do that. So let's put down, we're going to take Sea Zone 13, 11, and 24. All right. Oh, not this one here. Fleet. We'll do that. And they're just going to go back up here anyway. And actually, we could land the fighters in Egypt and have a guy and 2 fighters against the 10. But he's got bombers. He can't land the bombers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he can. All right, so we'll just move our fleet down here. It's okay. I didn't really want to, but it's okay. All right. So I don't want to give him a 50-50 battle on this. I want to continue my dominance in the Atlantic. All right. Okay, combat was great. Especially in Canada, where we did not lose a single guy, which is great. I expected at least a couple of losses there, and we didn't lose anything. So, we are going to move our aircraft carrier over to 16 and drop these 3 fighters here. We are going to move this fleet. Well, our transports are going back to 11. And then this fleet is going down to 24. Then we can even mop up some of this maybe. Right? Let's see here. So Sea Zone 13 transport goes back to 11. Fleet goes down to 24. And then we'll put the sub in 59. That way we can hit his transports here. and here. So he's going to have to do something with his fleet, move his destroyers back, buy some destroyers, do something. In fact, I wonder if I should just move it to 58. Then I can go here and here. But I couldn't go here and here. Make him spend money on a destroyer. But he's got so much money. He's got so much damn money. If I go to 58, he'll have to either move the aircraft carrier and buy a destroyer or buy 2 destroyers. If I put it here, that doesn't help me. So 59 is good. All right. And then our fighters going back to Western United States. All right. Right? Okay. All right. Transport. Everything's going in the East Coast. I don't think he'll land in Alaska now because he can only get 6 units there. Even though he has the 2 fighters, I'll have 8 land units and 2 fighters attacking. And I think that's going to be better. But I don't know. Maybe he'll try it anyway. He might try it. We'll see. All right. He's going to have to move this. This is probably going to go here and try to kill this, I would think. All right. Russia's only buying 8 infantry. We have plenty of money with Russia now. And then we are going to go in artillery and 6 infantry. There, 6 infantry there. And that is it. Right? Yeah, I saw that. Okay. That's just for America. Alright, combat was good. We did lose a guy, though. We are going to take an artillery and 2 infantry. And go in there. We're going to take 2 infantry and go down into Persia. And we're going to move this guy up here. Can opener won't work because I have plenty of fighters in range of Russia. If for some reason he decides to hit my 1 infantry with a bomber and roll the tank in with 3 fighters, even though I'm going to have 4 infantry there. In fact, I might even do 6 infantry there. Or 5. Yeah, I'll do 5. Alright. So I took that. 1 infantry to Caucasus. To Archangel. 2 infantry to Persia, and then 2 and 1 into Kos. Alright. Alright, we're going to go 5 and 3. We're up to 22, which kind of sucks. I mean, actually, it doesn't suck. We're going to be able to buy 1 artillery and 6 infantry, which is not bad. Russia's got plenty of land units. And he's got no land units in Asia. So we're going to start sweeping across Asia and take some of this back. And keep trading, just nitpicking the shit out of Germany. The problem is, well, I can always bounce over here and take France with England. Not that I really want to. I want to keep trading these two. Next turn I'm going to have 8 land units with America right here, ready to go. And then I'll be able to take... I can probably take France and Italy, maybe. We'll have to see. Maybe I'll take France, Italy, and Southern Europe. I don't know. We'll have to see. I gotta see. Germany has choices. He can go down here and take this. He can go up there and take that. He can try to take both. If I get any hitbacks at all, and these troops are protected because he can't get through there. So if he takes Egypt, I can bounce back down here and kick him out of Africa, which is what I want to do. So anyway, that is going to do it for United States round 6 and Russia 7. And I will see you guys back for United Kingdom round number 7. All right, United Kingdom round number 7. So Germany bought a fighter, 6 infantry, and 2 artilleries. Then he went back down here, took this with his tank, and killed my American down there. And then he attacked Bulgaria and failed. He did take Poland. He attacked Baltic and won. And he took Belgian Congo. Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah, there. Let's see. Hit Northwestern but failed. That's a big loss. Anyway, he's not in a terrible position as far as some of the things he can do. Like, so these guys here, they can go up here and take Egypt. I don't really have enough to defend it because he can use like his bomber or his fighters from here. So I think I'm going to lose Egypt most likely. I think this stuff here with Japan, these 3 tanks and 3 guys, are all going into Alaska. He's just going to do an Alaska play. That's what I think. Which I guess is fine. It's going to go away from India because I'm going to start bum rushing Russia across Asia, I think. But I got to hold out India as long as possible. And I got to kick him out of Africa somehow. So I do have a plan with USA to take Southern Europe and Italy. But I can't do it if he takes Egypt with Japan, because then I'll have to take these guys and come down here and kick them out of Africa. So, but we'll leave that for Japan's turn. So I just bought 8 infantry and a fighter, because we're going to put everything in India, and then the 6 infantry will go. Put 2 in a fighter in India, and we'll put 6 in the United Kingdom. So we are going to go with 2 and our artillery and 5 fighters. I thought about leaving this fighter and going over to Egypt with it, but that would give me a 20% chance. That would give him a 20% chance to take it with just this stuff, but if he throws his bomber in there, it goes up. If he uses his fighters from here, I think I'll just let him have, if he goes that route, let him have it, and then just kill it with America. You know, so yeah. Okay, what else do I want to do? Okay, so up here we're going to take France. And then we're going to take Baltic. And we're going to go 1 and to Sea Zone 5, drop in the Baltic. Fighters, battleship, cruiser. Right? So take France, take Baltic, and hit Burma. Alright, that's what we're going to do. Okay, combat was kind of ridiculous in my favor. We lost nobody. No hitbacks at all from Burma. Just pretty ridiculous. So he's going to have to deal with this. He'll probably... Well, he can grab a couple guys from here. Or no. Oh, he's got an artillery there as well. So and he's got 3 tanks. I think he's going to do... And he's got that artillery there as well. I think he's still going to go back to Alaska and then go to Hawaii. Okay. So we're going to send our 2 Persian dudes down to India. Right? And then... Our fighters are going back to Sea Zone 5. And then we're going to grab 1 transport, grab 2 guys, go back to Sea Zone 5, drop them in Northwestern. And then the other transport, we're going to grab this stuff, go back to Sea Zone 5, drop it in Karelia. These guys are moving into West Russia. Although, because I have those there, I could move them into the Caucasus. No, I think I'll move them. I think I'll leave them there. All right. I think that's it. I think that's it. Well, I suspect Japan is going to go and hit Egypt. And he's going to clear out Burma. Using this stuff here. And he's going to go and drop all this shit into Alaska. To take Hawaii. Or make a play for Western United States, I guess. But that is what it is. My plan is I'm going to take Southern Europe and Italy with USA. But I might have to take Egypt back. I don't want to give Japan a foothold here in the top of Africa. I should have cleared this out a long time ago. Because this is all that's keeping Germany alive. 6 IPC. Germany's only making... I mean, shit. He'd only be making $16 if I could kick him out of Africa. And England would be making 42, which would be a mini monster. So Japan has way too much income, and they're going to get more. They're going to get more. So, all right. All right, our fighter. 2 infantry go into India. 6 infantry go into United Kingdom. Alright. Alright. Not a bad turn for United Kingdom. Not a bad turn at all for United Kingdom, but Japan's got options. But I think, because he's so thin in Asia... Especially if he takes this stuff and goes to Alaska, I'm bum rushing everything here. I'm going to just start pushing forward through through Asia. Russia's got enough turns. With $22, I can buy 7 infantry, and get this stack, you know, up to over 20 plus. Germany is not being able to go forward because they have to keep trading everything, which is the whole point of doing both the Med and the Sea Zone 5. So I'm still not in a great position though as far as logistics. I haven't set it up enough yet where I can just start hammering all this stuff. But it's still working. So anyway, that's going to do it for UK round 7. I'll see you guys back for United States round number 7. All right, USA round number 7. So Japan did a couple things interesting. 2 destroyers and 11 infantry was his buy. And then the destroyers went in 60, and the infantry went to Manchuria, East Indies, and Japan. So he did a couple things that were really interesting. He left Alaska. He did not go here, which is going to change up my logistics a little bit in my favor, I think. And then he did an airstrike on my Ukraine guys. 3 fighters and a bomber attacked Ukraine, and he lost his bomber. But he did kill my troops there, which this turn I was going to go down here and take Italy and southern Europe. It's going to be delayed 1 turn, but I think it's really going to set up my Atlantic Med Shuck logistics to be dialed in, I think, from here on out. I'm hoping. Let's see. And then the non-com, let's see here. He moved from Yunnan over here to Kwangtung from Yunnan. I wonder why he did that. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Because he's in Yunnan right here. You can pick it up. Anyway. Huh. That's interesting. The 4 tanks moved to Anhui. 3 from Manchuria, 1 from Ivanki. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. 3 fighters went to Poland, yeah, because they went to Ukraine. And then he went and grabs an artillery and 4 infantry and dropped him in Yunnan from Japan. So that's fine. I ran some numbers on India, and I can get it up to really good defense again. He also took his guys off of Madagascar and split. That just allows him to hit India with those guys if he wants to. That just changed the odds a little bit. But he did not try to take Egypt. And he did not try to take Persia, which is going to allow me a couple of things. So I'm going to do... So with USA, I am going to go... I bought another aircraft carrier, believe it or not. 1 more transport. 5 infantry and 2 artillery. And then the way I'm going to set it up is that we will be ready to deliver 8 units every single turn, either into the Med or into France. We might be able to France stack in round 9. We might be able to do a solid France stack in round 9. But we'll check it out then. So what we're going to do is we're going to take Alaska. And that's all the combat we're going to do. It's really all the combat we can do. So let's get that done. When we could go after that, but that ain't going to work. So let's not do that. All right. So for the non-com. Sometimes I find it easier just to like start in one area and just move left to right. So if I start over here, my sub is going to 44. I'm not trying to block these transports or anything like that. Subs can't block. I could put it in here if I thought he was going to grab this one guy and try to take Hawaii, but it's not going to do that. So it's really more to drive these guys out of here, which I think they're going to go over here to set up for an India attack in round 8. No, round 9. He's going to set up for a round 9 India attack, but hopefully I'll have enough of a defense set up for that. And then, okay, so then we're going to send our Western United States plane. Wait a minute. Oh, all right. We're going to send our aircraft carrier there. These two fighters here are going to Egypt. And now we're going to send our fighter there, and we're going to send this fighter there. And then this fleet is going up here. Right, okay. And then all this stuff here is going to Morocco. We already moved that up there. Our fighters went to Egypt. And then this stuff here is going to 14. Now, by putting our fighters in Egypt, it does a couple things. One tank against an infantry and two fighters is not going to be successful, probably. If he wants to use his bomber, it's going to have to land somewhere in Africa. So that's fine. And it gets it out of Europe. But I think he's going to need to use his planes to try to trade some of this stuff back. So I don't think he's going to do that attack. But at least then his tank will probably go over there and just capture the rest of Africa. Then we should be able to move down into Africa in a couple turns and get rid of this, clear this out. And we're set up next turn to take Southwest and Italy with decent size, 4 units each. Which isn't a lot, but given the amount of units that he has in Europe, it is a significant amount for sure. And I can probably go like 6 into Italy, 2 into Southern Europe, that sort of thing, instead. But let's see. I think that's everything I wanted to do with USA. Sub to 44, plane, Morocco, 13, Egypt, and okay. I think that's everything we wanted to do. All right, so let's get that done. All right, our aircraft carrier and our transport is going here. And then we're going to put 1 artillery in Western United States. And then 5 infantry and 2 artillery in Eastern United States. Right? Yeah. All right. Now this setup here is going to give us the so now that we've got 2 transports, 7, 8. Next turn, 4 of them are going into C-Zone 15, 4 of them are going back up to C-Zone 10. These units will slide over to Canada, Eastern Canada. These units will slide up to Western Canada. And now we have a conga line that sets up an automatic defense for Alaska if he ever tries to go back there again. So that's now set up and dialed in. I threw an artillery over here because I'm going to go probably leave 1 tank here and go 5 infantry, 1 artillery, 2 tanks and up here. And then we're going to be set up to in a decent position. Can I do it every turn? Yeah, I will be able to do it every turn. I think. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. I think I need more transports. But anyway, we're going to do it for a couple of turns. Alrighty. So with Russia, we're going to get a little aggressive with Russia. We're going to buy 4 artillery and 2 infantry. And then we are going to go and take... We're going to take Ivanki. We're going to take Xinjiang and we're going to take Sichuan. Russia's really under no threat right now, so we can afford to branch out a little bit. If he wants to do 4 tanks against 8 infantry with no plane support because he has no bomber anymore, none of his fighters can hit, fine. I think he'll probably opt to take Sichuan, and then we can decide if we want to hit Sichuan or if we want to just back out and turtle and set up for a Kazakh dead zone. Or if we want to press forward, because we're going to have troops here that can press. If he goes this way, if he comes this way, we'll press. And see if we can't get ourselves 24 IPCs every turn. That's all we're going to do with Russia. Take that one, take that one, take that one. Hopefully we'll keep this for USA. This one we probably will not. Alright, for the non-com, we're going to move 2 infantry. Oh, we didn't do the combat yet. Hold on. Alright. For the non-com, we are going to move 2 infantry into Ukraine, 1 into Persia. These guys are going into India. And then these 6 guys are going into West Russia. These 2 guys are going... I want them into Russia? Or do I want them into Novo? Let's put them in Russia. Actually, we could put them in Novo. Or would they be better off up here? I don't know. If they're in Russia, they can go to Kaz if we need them to. Or the Caucasus if we need them to, or West Russia. They have more options, I think, so I'm not really too concerned about Novo because we can back all this shit back off in Novo if we want. Alright, that, and that, and that, right? Okay. Alright, for our mobilization, we are going to put 2 artillery into Caucasus, 1 into Karelia, and 1 into Russia. Yeah. And we should just throw them all into the Caucasus. Okay, hold on. Ooh, I didn't put the infantry. Let's put the 2 infantry into Russia. Actually, no, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. So we'll have 2 in artillery there. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine, I think. I have to think about buying some planes with Russia soon, I think, but probably not now. Probably not now. And we will have to clean this up. We'll have to take Burma again, or at least kill the units there to get the odds in our favor. And once we kill these, he'll have nothing that can even go to Persia, so that'll be safe. And our plan is to hit both Italy and Southern Europe next turn. All right. So we've got a decent counter with UK if he takes either one of these. We've got a decent counter with Russia and UK, like a 1-2. It's only got 6 land units, so we can punch him out of there. And And then depending on how heavy he goes, we'll just keep trading. Hopefully it's going to get to be too much for him, trading-wise, and he won't be able to. And then we're going to send... once these tanks get into Africa, we can start taking some of this stuff back. If we can, we'll push forward and try to squeeze Japan out of the north of Russia. If not, because we've got a few turns of money, we can buy 7 or 8 infantry with Russia every turn. Well, 6 or 7, let's say, because of our money. And it's going to be several turns before Japan is anywhere close to Russia or Germany. And so I think Russia, we're safe to be pretty aggressive with them right now. So anyway, that is going to be USA 7, Russia 8. And I'll see you guys back for United Kingdom round number 8. All right, United Kingdom round number 8. So Germany bought 9 infantry and an artillery. And then let's get off of this here. Let's go to the combat results. Yeah, took France. Nobody lost, which is pretty big. And then he took Northwestern, lost an infantry. Took Bellow. Nobody lost. Took Ukraine with nobody lost. But then he failed Baltic. He killed the infantry and the artillery, but he lost 3 infantry. So we held that one. So that one's okay. I did the numbers on India. And if I buy 2 more infantry and a plane, I should be able to get it up to, let's see, that's 5, 3, 2 and 2. That's 6 infantry, 2 tanks, 7 fighters, 8 fighters. Okay. I should be able to get this to a good solid defense again. And as long as I kill everything in Burma, he won't have anything that can hop over here to get to Persia, because he didn't put any transports in 37, because he would have to move his fleet down here, which I don't know why he don't just move his fleet down here. I guess because he keeps dropping and stacking, but it is what it is. Next turn he might have enough, depending on how many losses I take in Burma. But we'll see. He might not have enough. And I'm hoping after next turn I can send American fighters to India. Alright, so what we're going to do is, all I bought was a plane, 2 infantry for India, and then I bought 4 infantry and 2 artillery for my landing parties up here. And we're going to go heavy. We're going to go heavy into Bellow with a fighter. And then we're going to grab 1 transport. I grab 2 dudes, go back to C-Zone 5, drop them in Northwestern, use our battleship and our cruiser and our other fighter, and hit Northwestern. And we have to hit Burma. So we're going to do 3 infantry and 6 fighters. Alright, that's all we want to do with that, so let's get it done. Come on. Alright, combat was mixed. It took us to our last unit to get a hit in Northwestern, and he got a hit back, which is kind of hilarious. And then we took a beating in Bellow. We lost 2 infantry, and we attacked with a bunch of shit. So that was kind of bad. But we took the territory, so that's fine, I guess. Alright. Our fighters are going back to India. And then we're going to grab these 4 guys and drop them into Baltic. Kind of sucks. That means I don't have a follow-up. Well, I guess I can have Russians follow it up. I guess I can have Russians follow it up in here. So that might be okay. Not that I really wanted to have Russians follow it up, but that's probably okay. All right. Alright, so we throw a fighter, oops, not an artillery, we throw a fighter, 2 infantry into India, and then we throw 4 infantry and 2 artillery into England. And we're up to 30. Which is what we had last time, so we are going to probably take Ukraine. He's going to have to trade these again. But because we have 4 there, and we're going to have 4 in Italy and 4 in Southern Europe, he's going to have to decide which ones to take. And I should just hit this with 4 and take France and Italy. But I kind of want to take both of these. He can use the French guys to take out Italy. I don't know. We can get 5 or we can get 9. But I won't lose anybody if I take these. So I might want to do that. Anyway, that's going to do it for UK round 8. And I will see you guys back for America round number 8. Alright, USA round number 8. So Japan bought 5 infantry, 3 artilleries, and 3 tanks. He took Burma, but he lost an infantry. And he took Szechuan, which we thought he would do that. He went 1 infantry. Wow, what was his combat move there? 2 fighters and an infantry. Okay. Alright, so he took Szechuan, and then he stacked Anhui with a bunch of stuff, which is good because he can wipe this out. He could wipe it out if I was going to leave the stuff there, but I am not. And then he, let's see, mobilized 3 artilleries and 5 infantry to Japan. That means to me he's probably going back to Alaska again. So I am going to put up a little bit of a defense to Alaska. Just a little bit, not a lot. We're just going to keep trying to squeeze Germany out, which will be the plan. So, with USA... Oh, he also moved his entire fleet down here to Borneo. That's probably so I couldn't get my sub in range of 61 without his destroyers coming over here. So I kind of like that, but it also kind of limits his attack on India. Not totally, but a little bit. But I think he's going to push... He should be pushing towards Russia, but I'm going to buy 8 infantry next turn and probably 7 the next turn after that. So I'm going to have 15. So I'm going to have like 25 guys pretty soon in Russia. And if he does go to Alaska again, I don't know. We'll just have to keep pace with that until we can try to kill Germany. So what I did is I bought 4 transports. So now our logistics should be complete in the Atlantic. 3 infantry and 2 artillery. We are going to have 1 turn of a delay because of this stuff here, but the way I'm going to set it up, I think will be okay. So we're going to grab 2 artillery and 2 infantry. And we're going to go to 15, and we're going to drop them in Italy. And then we're going to take 1 infantry and 1 artillery and go to 15 and drop them in southwestern Europe. Or southern Europe, sorry. And that's it for the combat for America. All right. So that's it for the combat for America. All right, so let's take those. All right. So now we're going to take these last 2 units, go to 15 with 1 transport, and drop it in Libya. We're going to take our fleet into Sea Zone 15. Let's see here. And we're going to add 1 fighter. And the other one's going to India. All right. Let's see here. So I did that. Okay. Now. Oh, yeah. That's what I wanted to do. We're going to send another aircraft carrier in here. And we're going to cancel this guy here. And we're going to send him into 15. And then this aircraft carrier is going to 13 to pick up these 2 fighters. And then these transports are going up there. This transport's going up there. He has no bombers in range, so that's good. And then, let's see. Let's see. All right, we're going to take 5 infantry, 1 artillery, and 2 tanks. And go into Eastern Canada. All this stuff is moving up. Our fighters from Hawaii are going to Western Canada. And our sub is going to Hawaiian Sea Zone here. Alrighty. Let's see. Now these fighters here, I have a decent amount of fighters. They can go to India if we have to shore them up. Because we have enough now. So let's see if I did everything there. Sea Zone 13, yeah. Okay. 2 tanks into Canada. Did I do that? Yeah. Yeah. Western USA to Canada. Hawaii planes to Canada. Egypt planes. And my sub into 53. Okay. Alright, I did that. Alrighty, so let's finalize this turn here. I never even went over what Japan did. He did bring his transport back here and drop these 2 guys here. Probably because Germany needs the African IPC. So that's not a bad move for him. The transport's not doing anything since he's not going to hit India with it. So it can hit Persia, but he'll lose the guys if he does that. Alright, I think that's it. Right, yeah. There's 8, there's 4. Yeah. Alright. 4 transports are going to Sea Zone 11. 1 artillery is going there. So that'll be 5, 6, 7, 8. And then everything else goes into Western United States. And we'll just keep doing what we're doing. All right. Alrighty. And then I'm going to buy 2 artillery and 5 infantry with Russia. Right? Okay. Okay. We're going to take 1 guy here and take that. That's going to give us 24 IPCs for next turn for 8 infantry. And then we're going to take 1 and 1. Try to take Szechuan. I really hope we take it. And then we're going to go with 1 artillery and 3 infantry into Ukraine. Right? Okay. Yeah, let's do that. We're not doing this for the territory necessarily. Just trying to be a pain in the ass. All right. Combat was pretty good. We lost nobody in Szechuan, and we lost 1 infantry in Ukraine, so that's fine. So we got lots of units in Europe now that he has to trade. All right, 5 guys are going back into Novo. These guys are going back into Novo. Let's see. This guy's going back down here. So we'll have 3 and 1 to attack there. He's going to India. I don't know if I want to leave that guy there or not. Or move him into Kaz. I think I'm going to leave him there. And we're going to leave everything else in Russia right now. Although I don't even have to, really. Could move it into Kaz. Yeah, let's move it into Kaz. Because we can always back off if we need to. Because now he can't go forward. So he can stack both of these, but then at least we'll have a nice counterpunch to him. In fact, should we go this way too? And then yeah, that might be all right. That might be all right. We'll probably start just pulling back and going back into Russia, but at least we can threaten this stuff here. I don't think he's going to have a lot. He can go here and stack, but if he stacks light, we'll kill his land units. Although he's going to go in there with 3 of those. He's got what? 6 infantry and artillery and 7 tanks. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. We'll see if he gets greedy. Yeah, that's not great for me. If he decides to actually go for this instead of going for India, but maybe I'll push out or send maybe I can send these UK tanks back into Ukraine. I mean Caucasus. I'll have to see. Hopefully he doesn't trade all these back and we can crush Germany. We're getting close. We're getting very close. So that's going to do it for USA 8 and Russia 9. And I'll see you guys back for United... Oh, let me finish this because I got to mobilize. Let's see. You know what? I can put 1 there and 1 there. And we'll do 3 there and 2 there. We'll go ahead and do that. All right. All right, so we have 26, so we will definitely get 8 infantry next turn. Won't be able to get 9, but at least we can get 8. And then once we lose this, what are we making? We're making 26. So, because we got Ukraine. So we're going to be making 3 less than that, so we're going to be making 23, but we'll have 2 extra ones. So we should be able to buy 8 infantry for 2 straight turns, which would be nice. Anyway, that's going to do it for the turns, and I'll see you guys back for UK round number 9. Alright, welcome back. This is the end of the game. So, my opponent decided to forfeit right before the non-com phase. So his purchase was 2 artilleries and 5 infantry. And then he... oh, I'm sorry. That's Russia. That was me. Let me go back to him. He bought a fighter and 9 infantry. And then he hit Italy but failed. And then he took Northwestern and Southern. He failed Northwestern also. He took Southern and he took Baltic. I was probably going to stack France because I could take Baltic. I could take Baltic with these 2 guys here. And then I could stack France. And then he would not have had enough stuff to counter it. The main points for this strategy, and I realized that I looked up BLAZIN Caucasian, and he was a wood player. Historically has been a silver player last season. But I have not seen ever an Axis strategy be successful when you don't take out United Kingdom's fleet in C-Zone 7 on the first turn. So if you look at his first turn, he bought 3 bombers and an artillery. And then what he did was he went after West Russia. So he did a bunch of high risk moves in the early rounds. He hit the Caucasus, he hit Karelia, C-Zone 7. Oh, he actually did hit C-Zone 7, but he just got obliterated. What did he take in C-Zone 7? Only 3 subs and a cruiser with no fighters because he used the fighters to attack West Russia. Big mistake. So when you fail C-Zone 7, obviously the one of the good strategies for the Axis is to make the Allies pick one direction, right? So they can either do a northern Finland shuck, they can try a France northwestern stack, or they can try a Med shuck. If you don't kill the United Kingdom fleet, they can do both, like I did here. So I just did a C-Zone 5 stack, and then it was just a matter of I could just drop all these troops in here every single turn. Took the Nordic territories really early, so he lost that income, and then just nickel and dimed him. One of the things I learned from my first game against General Zod is that he just takes a bunch of territories, as many as possible, even if it's 2 infantry, an infantry and an artillery, even if it's a small amount of units, just to make Germany try to have to trade more and more and more and more and more. And unless your opponent's committed to buying infantry early, land units, it's very successful. And because my opponent, the first round, bought 3 bombers and an artillery, he was way, way behind the 8 ball. Then the other thing I thought was interesting, so like his combat, West Russia, I held on, and he hammered it. And then round 2, I think he did it again. Yeah, he did it again. He attacked West Russia again. And he lost everything. But he took France back. But then I don't remember if it was in the same round 2 or round 3. He had, at the same time he did this stuff, he had about a 20% chance to take India with Japan, and he didn't take it. I thought for sure he would take it because he was just taking every low percentage battle, and he didn't do it. So obviously the strategy here was super, super aggressive, but the problem with that is now he could have taken, if any of these had succeeded, or if he had taken India with Japan in that early round, I think it was even round 2. May have been a way different game. Japan was still pretty effective. I mean, until the end, he encroached on me for a good distance until I was able to finally push him out. The only reason I was able to push back on him with Russia is because Germany was so weak by that point that Russia was under zero threat at all. Zero. And I actually never replaced my Russian fighters, which kind of surprised me because I kept thinking, man, I got to buy some planes. But I just kept throwing infantry in there and made sure I kept India defensible. He took all of Africa. And he held it for a long time, which probably kept him in the game because Germany was really weak inside of Europe. So, again, I just look at these games, and if you're going to do a super aggressive strategy like that, where you're just taking those 10, 15% battles, you might as well do it on the entire board, right? You might as well, if you're going to do it up here in Europe, you might as well do it down here with Japan. And he just never did that. So I still got a lot of work to do as far as my Atlantic strategy. I mean, having the UK Navy and unfettered USA Navy, the game was inevitably going to be mine, I think, right after the first maybe 3 rounds. But it still took me 9 rounds. And it could have lasted for a couple more rounds because I wasn't putting like a super amount. I wasn't squeezing him as much as I thought or I wanted to. But I think after I stacked France this turn, I would have had him. Like it would have been no question because he wouldn't have been able to kick me out of France. And then I could just build units here and it would have been over much more quickly. So anyway, that's going to do it for this game and this video. If you stuck around to the end, I really appreciate you watching. Thanks a lot, and I will see you back in another video.